Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, Scott mentioned it was just a beautiful start to the morning. You know, a little bit of a breeze, clear skies. It's gorgeous. And I think we're going to end up being pretty nice, too. We have a lot of dry air in place, got another shot of drier air. And even though the wind speeds are still up, they're a little less than they were before, so we'll probably get a little bit of cooling going on as we develop a localized sea breeze. It'll be a very shallow sea breeze, but at least it'll be around. 57-degree dew point. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That is a beautiful dew point number for this time of year. And it's certainly going to remove any chance of rainfall across the region. Local temps generally coming in about the same most everywhere in the low 80s, pretty much, to the mid 80s in some places. Got 82 Lakewood Ranch, 81 Mayaca City, 82 Northport, 81 in Inglewood. Bradenton comes in at 82, and inland temperatures about the same, 82 Arcadia, 81 in Wauchula. We have a launch from the Kennedy Space Center this evening at, I think it's 5:40. One of the SpaceX rockets going up. Might be able to see that contrail if we're lucky. Certainly the sky should cooperate pretty nicely. There may be some patchy cloudiness down to the south, but I think on a straight line view should be okay. So we'll see if that plays out. Anyway, keep that in the back of your mind. As far as rainfall goes, not likely to see a whole lot. Now, yesterday we had stronger winds. The sea breeze pinned right close to the coast. We had the showers kind of building right along the coastline, and then not gradually, but rapidly moving out into the Atlantic. We had some dry air in place. It was replaced by moisture, and now, boom, another reinforcing shot of some drier air. And I'll tell you what, looking at the models and everything, and the numbers, I put in a chance of rainfall for this weekend, but my confidence in that is not that great right now, and I'll tell you why. We have a system out here in the Atlantic that is showing good signs of development. It's kind of located right in this cluster of clouds right here, and what's going to happen is now the Hurricane Center is giving that about a 50% or better chance of developing, 50% chance in the next 48 hours. And should that develop and move a little further to the north as it is forecast to do, it'll take that dry air that's still sitting there out in the Atlantic and force it back in our direction. So first of all, even if this system does develop, it is not going to develop into any kind of strong system. And secondly, it'll probably benefit our weather. So we'll be watching for that. Showers and thunderstorms, good bet again today in the high plains. There will be, well, some bullseyes of, again, good chances of tornadic activity, gusty winds, large hail in those bullseyed areas. So if you're traveling to those airports, Kansas City or into Texas, there could be some issues there. We, on the other hand, are going to be dry today. I really don't see any issues. So we have this high pressure ridge, which is providing us with our nice easterly wind flow. They're still dealing with this system back to the west. We have a stalled frontal boundary that has been the focus for moisture kind of converging. And now a low pressure area beginning to develop. By the way, it'll be called Bonnie because we already had our first named storm last season, Alex. So now we're in the Bonnie name already as we start this season. And if it's on the track that it's forecast to be on, I think we're going to be in good shape with this one. Warm and sunny, rain-free skies, and we watch the tropics. All computer models are pretty much showing that this system is going to be a East Coast event, a lot of rainfall probably in parts of Georgia, Carolinas. We'll see some rainfall just in time for the Memorial Day weekend. And it's important, too, because if you're traveling over to the other coast, even the Florida coastline, remember, it's time to start thinking hurricanes, right? And start thinking tropical storms. Even if this does become a named tropical storm or a subtropical system, its effects will be felt far away from its core because it's very diffuse. So Florida coastline, the East Coast, could see some rip currents and wave action out there this Memorial Day. If you're traveling over to that coast, be sure and watch those lifeguard flags. For us, nice 15-knot wind out there, northeast wind coming in, give you a light to moderate chop on bay and inland waters. And we look for a couple of beautiful days, but warm days, dry, and then we start moistening things up, perhaps a little bit over the weekend, depending on what happens with that as of yet undeveloped storm.